Dwarf thou, or I. But I am the stronger of the two. Thou could not withstand my most abysmal thought, or any thought below it. The thou is older than the I. However, the I is the strongest. That's why I was led away from it. Was it possibly through? Doesn't matter if it was through originally a conscious thing, or it was just from the sick who suffer and always say it must be somebody else's fault that I suffer. I know that I will be my own hero, but I've also been my own villain. I've been more of a battleground than I have been a man. That which ages us stops us so much, especially nowadays. You notice that people are we just talk so much. We don't seem to be able to really get anything done. And we're also very agreeable with one another. It's like we're more concerned about that. What I'm getting at is the thou is older than the I. We are so concerned about getting approval from the others. We are justified. We're trying to justify ourselves by going the route of getting it from the thou instead of the I. And we go out to the thou, which is the thou, other people are doing the same thing. And nothing ever gets done. And we're constantly at war with ourselves. Anxiety, tension. This ages us and saps our energy. Now, especially when I was younger, I really didn't think in words. It's just like images and kind of like a knowing feeling kind of thing. And I've found myself more, I still think like that, but more conflict. Like one of the things, like I had to justify I remember the first time it happened, like that got thrown off. I was in high school. I was living with my dad. Fucking extremely athletic, working out 5 hours a day in the ocean all the time, throwing parties, massive parties every Friday and Saturday night, and just like really in tune with the I, the God. That which is in all and in everything is still in all and in everything. the power that was given to the concept of Jehovah, the only way is to take it for yourself. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You're not a star seed, you are a star, Chris. I remember the first time it happened though. This chick Lauren, she liked me or whatever. And one time I was at her house after school and her mom wasn't home yet or whatever. And we're being flirty, and then just, women, there's nothing wrong with it. Generally speaking, it's natural. They're more emotional. Right? I feel bad for them because, it's got its benefits, but it's also got its disadvantage. They're slave to their morals, their emotions. Be on flirty, whatever, then just out of nowhere, right? It's like women sometimes do during sex, start crying, right? And she's just like, started crying like crazy amount. And she said, Chris, how do you do it? And like, what is it? How do you always happy? Like, you've got something. How do you do it? And I felt guilty. And I told myself, what good is it if I have it, but I can't explain how other people have it? So, she's one of the things in scenarios like this, and there's other scenarios. It's the sick infecting the healthy. And instead of thinking in images and objectively, you start having this debate within yourself, which is it's not needed. This debate to, like, say, justify every move, to justify what you can see. Like, look at a lot of my videos, a lot of that behind it is me trying to justify what I can see to others, submitting to thou instead of the I. And there's a lot of things that led me to this. She's the cops. I'm in my wooden spot. I was born on this fucking earth. I'm the Ubermensch, bitch. And the meaning of the earth. But to try to justify and work, it's like you're having a mini tribunal within yourself, a war. And especially when there's that words, it's not your own words within yourself. It's not. It's the infection. And you don't need the approval of the thou, others who are doing the same thing, trying to get approval of, like, that's what they're trying to do, is try and get approval of the thou. No one's paying attention to themselves. It's the opposite direction. Say the Bible says man is fashioned in clay, and there's a lot of merit to that. say like bodybuilding, right? We've been like awaiting orders. You can kind of look at waiting orders to be approved to mold in this direction, that direction. You know, what do I do, thou? And we haven't been molding ourselves. When the sick come up with their, well, I'm suffering, they see the healthy. You're not suffering. Well, it must be somebody else's fault that somebody's suffering. Hey, look at the news. Oh, this happened. Oh my God. Oh, should we make marble? Johnny swallowed a marble. What do we do? Oh my God, something bad happened. Should we make marbles illegal? Should we punish her? Punish the mother? You know. It's outward. It's like, oh my God, I'm freaked out. It must be somebody else's fault. You know. Never getting the hint that the problem might just be within you. Like, for example, in that scenario, oh, shit fucking happens. It's just, what's one of the reasons why this place can be so beautiful, because it can be fucking dangerous as fuck. Shit fucking happens. Well, let me just not freak out about it and be struck in fear when I don't need to be. Be cold and accepting, you know? People say, oh, why aren't you freaking out like us? Why aren't you sick like us? Because I don't need to be. I'm not the problem. The problem's within you. That you're freaking the fuck out. You know, fucking grow up. It's like there's always has to be reason for this and that. There are no facts, there are only interpretations. God is dead and God remains dead. There's nothing. People think that it's, like I said in previous videos, people are freaking the fuck out and they don't know why. It's because the foundation is gone, and the foundation was messed up. I am definitely no son of Abraham. Dead ideals, dead belief systems, from dead people that are not even my fucking ancestors. Fuck that. I am no son of Abraham. But I'm getting at is like, say politics, any sort of debate, news, whatever. Each side they don't have any foundation for what they're arguing with. They just don't. I mean, like, when you really get down to the bare bones of things, like what is good? What is the ultimate good? Oh, for everyone. Why? I mean, like, just easily I could say, like, oh, just comfort and the safety of everyone, which leads to mediocrity and weak people and people that cannot cope with fucking anything. So why would that be? Let's work for the good and the safety of everyone. Why? I mean, I can go on for hours about that alone. Why? What? That's not the anchor, the focal point for everything. There is none. So to replace that, all that nonsense, is I'm going after the I. Again, I've been there before. On and off. Often not knowing what's going on, you know? My dad, growing up with him, he definitely got certain things, which definitely helped lead me to the I. And for not explaining, I don't think he knew either. But but the world, everyone, they're infected, they're sick. So then, you know, I get sick and not know what's going on too. I'm saying like sick, like energetically and in the mind and all that shit. So, for example, like when I'm imagining the sick not being able to figure out the way I see myself in the near future, instead of what words will I say to them, this and that, because that is focusing on the thou again, which there is no thou. There is only I. So instead of thinking of like what word, I just see myself, even without words, just awing them. Because I can do that. Who's anyone to say otherwise? And I've had experiences like that, especially in recent days. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to understand this, but it's more for the eye. Um, but to our viewers that might understand this, one of the things I'm remembering nowadays is consider yourself a higher species than them, and that all their crap, everything, doesn't actually apply to you. You are the exception to all of it, and see yourself in that way within, and it does. I notice it first and foremost in myself, and I notice it in everyone else. That they're like, they sense something, and it's like it is like a form of nobility or something like that. But it's not. There I go again, trying to explain to the thou. um, Trying to justify it. Oh, nobility. I am a star above a desolate desert. I must shine for myself. And it's just the way it is. I will also shine for them. Because I'm a star above the desert. And although they may hate and accuse me, because they just cannot understand. I take their injustice as my portion, if that's the way it's going to be. And as I shine for myself. And just because there's a word I can't think of it right now, but just even when they look up at my star and they at times that hate and accusing, that's me still up there shining for them as well. Because I'm just, you turn on a light for yourself in a room, also illuminates the rest of the room. But they may perceive me as perceiving them as having no value, because I do not see any value in any of their values. However, that is not the case.